Hello Year 3. Today is Thursday and we're carrying on with making treasure maps. Now on Tuesday you all made a map and today we're going to make another one, but you'll notice there's something a bit different about our paper. Firstly, there are grids along it. Secondly, I've just written along the bottom boxes A, B, C, D, E, and along the vertical boxes 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need to do that before you start drawing your map. Now then, once you've done that, again, just draw your map. But just try and ignore the grids for now. This is going to be a very simple, quick map, you guys. I just want to get you onto the important part of the lesson where we use the grid. So let's imagine I've got some trees here. Let's say I've got some little hills in here, snowy capped. It's cold, like in Wales where I'm from. And maybe we can have a lake over here. Okay, now I'd colour my map in as well. Now here's the exciting part. Once you've finished your map and it looks really pretty, I'm going to show you how you can give someone coordinates to find things on your map. So, let's say I want to tell someone or give them directions to the lake on my map. I can't just say it's kind of in this part. I need to be more accurate than that, so that if they use the map, they could follow the coordinates. So I could say this. Okay, you need to go to box B. Okay, so you go B, because in this B here, 3. So I'd go, right, yes, lake is in B, and it's in 3. So the coordinates for my lake would be lake equals B3. Okay? Let's do the hills. Who thinks they can figure out which box my hills are in? First we go along the bottom. Ooh, yeah, D, isn't it? D. And then we go up. 2. Okay, so we know that our hills are D2. Now there's another way to figure this out. Rather than going along the bottom first, which is fine, you could go to the feature. So let's say we're looking for the tree. Now we go to the tree. So the tree is in D as well, and it's in D4. Tree equals D4. Okay, now once you've drawn your map, you can have a bit of fun. If you've got a little toy at home, like my little, I think this is a policeman, you can play a game with someone in your house. You can put your figurine anywhere on the map, and your partner has to guess where it is and tell the coordinates. So I know this is E3. Okay, so I'd write down E3. Notice I write the letter, then a comma, then the number. Okay, and you can play around putting the character anywhere on your map. Now then, just to kind of tell you why maps are important and why it's important to be able to use coordinates. Like I mentioned earlier, I used to have a job as an outdoor instructor. And for that job, I needed to be able to read maps very carefully. Because if I couldn't read a map, I could get lost with my group. And if I couldn't see because it was covered in snow and there were clouds everywhere, I would have to know exactly where I was on my map to avoid walking off cliffs or maybe walking into frozen lakes. So learning how to use maps is crucially important. And I'm sure you've all seen maps around the place, haven't you? Maybe you've seen maps on inside a hotel. Maybe you've seen maps near a national park. Even on some of your computer games you might see maps. Maps are everywhere, okay, and they're very important. So the quicker we can start learning how to use them, the easier lots of things will become for us. Okay, have fun with this, and we'll go into more detail in maps next week.